Hello everyone, this is Kiwi Grounds Football. Apologies for the unkempt facial hair. I will be changing that in the future, but not right now. I need to get this video out. So, as many of you are aware, over this weekend was the preliminary round of the Chatham Cup. And I wanted to go over how things went and whether I got my predictions correct. So, let's quickly go over everything. Actually, I'll start off with the Kate Sheppards Cup since that's what I have open. First of all, we had Selwyn United versus Ferrymead Bays. I had Selwyn United to win this, but I was wrong. Ferrymead Bays would win 4-2 at extra time. Unfortunately, it was 2-all before added time. What can you do? Then we have Queen's Park versus Green Island. I predicted Green Island to win this, and I was correct. They won 2-1. After that, we have the East Coast Bays women versus the West Auckland women. I predicted the East Coast Bays, and I was correct. They won 5-0. And we have Waitemata FC. I predicted them to defeat Pikakohe FC. I was correct there. It was a 1-0 win for Waitemata FC. As for Te Awamutu AFC versus Thames FC, I did not have a prediction for that. And for some reason, I don't have the results here, so I have to flip that up on the screen in post-production. Oh yes, and of course, as for my predictions, I made 5 predictions for the Kate Sheppards Cup, which I got 4 correct. So I'll take that record, if I do say myself. Now, as for the Chatham Cup here, we start off with FC 2011s versus Parklands United. I selected FC 2011 to win, which they did with a resounding 4-0 victory. Next up is Semantics Rover Juice versus International. I picked Semantics Rover Juice to win, but I was wrong. It was International with a 3-2 victory. Next up, we have Greytown Football Club versus the University of Victoria. I picked Greytown to win, and I was correct. They won 6-2, a massive scoreline there. But it gets even bigger as we have Nai versus Wellington Marist. I predicted Wellington Marist would steal it, and they got a revolting 7-0 victory, not giving Nai a single chance here. Following that up, we have Cartertown AFC versus Lower Hutt City. I picked Lower Hutt City to win, and they did indeed with a 2-0 victory. Then we have Wellington United versus North Wellington. I picked North Wellington, and naturally, given the divisional difference, it was a North Wellington victory, 5-0. Moving on here, we've got Uni Mount Bohemian versus Hillcrest United. I picked the Chatham Cup legends Uni Mount Bohemian, and I was correct. They picked themselves a 2-1 victory to proceed to the first round of that Chatham Cup. After that is West Auckland versus Papakura City. I predicted West Auckland to win by the 90 minutes. It was 1-1, and going into additional time, West Auckland would steal it with a 2-1 victory. I was wrong. Next up, we have Papatoetoe AFC versus Huntly Thistle. I predicted Papatoetoe, I believe that's how you pronounce it at least, to win, and they did with a 6-0 scoreline. What a game. Next, we have Halswell United versus the University of Canterbury. I predicted Halswell to win. The University of Canterbury have been struggling as of recent since they pulled out of the Southern League. And Halswell did indeed get it done with a 3-0 victory. Very solid. From there, we have St Albans Shirley versus Mid Canterbury United. I believe Mid Canterbury United would get it done, however I was incorrect. St Albans Shirley would win with a 2-1 victory. Following up that, it was Tahuna FC versus Richmond FC, I picked Tahuna. I was correct. Yet another 3-0 victory. My voice is getting sore. Following this, we have Waikato Unico. They faced Otahuhu United. I selected Otahuhu to get the win here, but I was wrong. Waikato Unico would win 2-1 to progress to the next round. Next, we have Golden Bays AFC. They would play the Blenheim Rangers. I picked the Blenheim Rangers, which I was correct. They won 5-0 away. Good on them. Then it was Otorohanga versus South Auckland Rangers. I picked South Auckland to win. It was a 6-0 win for South Auckland. Very dominating. From there, we have FC Nelson playing at home against Motueka FC. I picked FC Nelson. By the 90 minutes, it was 0-0, but going into additional time, FC Nelson would get 2 goals to push them forward to the next round. Then we have Mangere United playing at home against the University of Auckland. I picked Mangere to win. I was wrong. It was the University of Auckland who would get a 3-2 result to pull themselves up to the next round. From there, we have Bohemian Celtic versus Te Puke United. I selected Te Puke United to win, but I was wrong. It was Bohemian Celtic. I think this is the biggest scoreline against a club I picked, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a bit of an L on my part, but shit happens. Next up, it was the Thai Warriors versus Mangawhai FC. I selected the Thai Warriors to win. However, they pulled out before the match, therefore loses by default. I'm not going to count that personally. You literally can't predict a club, pulling out of their match. So I'm not going to count that towards my record. I'm just going to... from there, it is Eden United versus Waiheke United. Weirdly enough, I think I accidentally skipped over this, so I didn't have a prediction. But Waiheke United would go on to win 4-0. Good on that. I think I remember them making a relatively deep run last year, if I'm not mistaken. So, perhaps we could be in store for another deep run. And those were my selections. So, of the 19 guesses for the Chatham Cup I made, minus the Thai Warriors, I ended up getting 6 wrong, meaning I got 13 out of 19 correct. That is, oh god, what is it? I got a 68% success rate on my picks. That sucks. I need to step back in. Yes, that'll be my challenge for the next round. Getting my selection accuracy correct. I'll make a video going over all of the round 1 games in a few days. Anyway, thank you. Let me know in the comments how your picks went, any reactions, any specific games, and I'll see you all later.